Hey man, it's a lot of jealousy going on. It's a lot of hooking going on. It's a lot of this and a lot of that going on, man. What the fuck? Hey, what it do? What it be? You know what it is when you see me sneak freak sneak geeks. Y'all already know what time it is. New viewers, what up? Get lit with us, man, because you know what I'm saying. We on that power talk. We got that Power Book 2, Season 2, Episode 7 trailer breakdown. If y'all ain't seen the trailer yet, hey, my guy MovieBot got it for us. All right, don't even worry about it, man. I'm gonna try not to pause this much in this video because these videos be long. Shout out MovieBot. We finna get straight into it. See what you missed out. See if your questions get answered. Let's go. Hey man, hey, they was getting gritty on this Jones. Go Kane and what's it? Kane and Jules about to. Oh, oh.
So we're gonna see Tomiko returning in
Whoa,
episode 7.
Tamika, bro. Hey, she might be on some federal stuff, bro. Hey, she dangerous with it too, bro. And yeah, she dangerous.
She's
bro.
made a bold statement.
She
Can
dangerous.
Tariq become a bigger monster than his own father Ghost? Is that even possible?
Look around.
So we're gonna see Tomiko questioning Tariq, as will Sax. Now, he may be out of jail for now, but he's still got the issues with the Tardis, the issues with Rashad Tate, because he still needs his help to save his sister Yaz. And he's also got plenty of trust issues when it comes to people like Lauren. Even though she was manipulated by Carrie, Tariq doesn't know this. But we're also going to see the action pick
feds,
up,
bro.
especially when it comes to the Tardis. Especially because Lorenzo wants to get Queens back on lock and bring the business back to the streets and out of Stansfield. And this could cause a war, and something that has definitely kicked off an internal war between Kane and Drew. And we really are about to see Drew on Demon Time in episode 7 and for the rest of this season.
Hey, we really is, bro. When he got into that fight with Kane, boy.
But let's kick things off with Tariq and then we
Kane,
come to the
Kane ain't that
Tardis.
nigga be
Now with Tariq, he may be out, but he's not free just yet. He's out on bail, and he's got an ankle monitor, which is restricting him. So he's got Effie and Braden holding it down for him. But he's gonna have to try and find a way of proving his innocence. But how does he do this without snitching on Kane? And how is he gonna find a way for the investigation to turn their attentions
Hey,
on
that's
someone
gonna be
else?
crazy
For
if he
example,
find out.
Kane.
Hey, if he
The
get
issue is
away with
Tariq.
this without
He's the
snitching
one
on
people he
Kane,
can
bro,
trust.
he
Effie
a
and Braden are
dog.
the only two people he does trust right now. But Tariq needs to use everybody at his disposal, even if it means using the Tardis against their own. For example, using Diana against Monet. That is something I can definitely see Tariq doing. Tariq respected Monet's wishes of staying away from Diana, even though you could tell she really wants him. And I reckon we could see Tariq sleeping with Diana in episode 7, especially after the stunt Kane pulled, with him thinking that Monet was involved. And Diana isn't even seeing eye to eye with Monet, and hasn't done so for a very long time. Once Diana does find out about Mecca and Zeke, it's only going to tip her over the edge in terms of their relationship. So I definitely think Tariq can convince Diana to side with him. Because Braden did tell Tariq that it was only Monet and Kane who were there when they met up. But Tariq's back on campus, and he's going to be back in his canonical studies class with both Carrie and Rashad Tate. And we're going to hear Carrie asking Tate, how can a judge grant him bail, especially when one of the murder charges was for a cop? But little does she know, it was Tate's influence that made it happen, for his own benefit of course. But I can see this classroom scene next week between Tate, Carrie, and Tariq.
Hey, that's
very awkward.
It ain't
Especially
even gonna
because
be
the topics
awkward. This is
are
gonna
based
be
around
hella
ethics. And
intense.
Carrie is in for one hell of a ride herself. Because Tariq will know, after the hallucination scene that he had of Kanan, that he needs to look at the whole chessboard. Kanan told him that he needs to look at who was involved in him being arrested, not just Kane. So I think he's going to be thinking about all the people that were responsible. And let's not forget, Carrie was a huge player who manipulated Lauren. And with the disagreement that she had with Lauren, I do wonder if Lauren will decide to really start helping Tariq and prove her loyalty and help prove his innocence. Because innocent until proven guilty, right?
No, bro. We already got Effie for that. We don't need another one like her, bro. Unless she gon' try to help flip shit around the school. Other than that, nah, she's not. Nah, we don't need her, bro. Tariq know how to lay low by himself. Tariq can do all that by himself, bro. She the ops, bro. She ain't even want to talk to Tariq, bro. So what? Nah, bro. She not
trusted. And the
trusted.
whole issue with Carrie lying to her will only push her against her own professor. Especially now that she knows she was sleeping with Zeke. And what will now start to make sense for Lauren is how she got this card that said a professor at Stansfield is sleeping with a student in episode 7 of the first season. Because at first, she thought Tariq was making it up. And I really wouldn't be surprised if this is something that Lauren threatened Carrie with, and something that became public knowledge, which gets Carrie kicked out of Stansfield. And she really is playing a very dangerous game, trying to pin this on Tariq, because there really is only one winner in this situation. Even though she is right, they've definitely got the right man for Jabari's murder anyway. But the more she starts to question Tariq, and the more she starts to get involved, and no more than she should. She may as well dig her own grave, and McClane will probably tell her this. But Cooper Saxe, he tells Tariq that someone who has access to him is framing him, and the trailer shows him closing the door on the person that he let into his life the most, who's Lauren, because he can't trust anyone, just like Kanan told him. Sometimes it's the ones you love the most, and keep that in mind for raising Kanan, by the way. There's a reason he said this, for what he's been through as well.
Can't trust
But
these
the
hoes.
pieces of the puzzle are right in front
And she
of
wore the
Tariq.
wire.
All he needs to do is find a way of putting it all together, and Kanan helps him do this, and so does Effie. You can tell both of them really do help Tariq realize the bigger picture, and they're the true voice of reason that Tariq needs, because the only person that he could trust in Tasha is she's gone, and she's not coming back anytime soon. But they did drop a very subtle hint that we could hear Tasha in a phone call with Tariq, so that's something that may happen later on this season. But one person who is returning is Tamika, and she's probably thinking, here we go again, with yet another St. Patrick. We're gonna hear Tamika telling Cooper Saxe that if they don't do something now, then he's gonna become a bigger monster than his own father. And that is a huge statement coming from someone who knew exactly who James St. Patrick was, what he was capable of, and exactly what he'd done.
That's
Only
fact.
a very few people knew who Ghost was. And Cooper Saxe and Tamika are two of them. They were just never able to prove it. But they are also two people that know Tariq is the one who killed his own father. Now, the last time Tariq asked for Tamika's help, Tariq looked like an innocent kid because of Ghost. And he told Tamika that he wasn't a monster. But the problem is for Tariq, he isn't a kid anymore. He's making grown man decisions in a grown man's world. And now he's got to pay the price. So Tamika knows very well who's sitting right in front of her this time around, compared to season 1. Someone who's constantly has bodies linked to him and tied to him. There was Ray, Kanan, Ghost, and now Jabari and Officer Ramirez. But would Tamika be willing to work for someone like Tariq? I'm not so sure, because she's someone who's straight by the book. And she's someone who will never support perjury.
She
But
barely
maybe
wanted
she's
to help
thinking
that
she
nigga
can
in the
save
season
Tariq
1.
from becoming a monster, just like Ghost. So let's wait and see. But Tariq still has the issue with Rashad Tate that he still needs to deal with, because he really is his only hope of getting his sister back. And we see a meeting of some sort with Yaz, and we're gonna see her being put back into the system, because they would never allow her to stay with Tariq, who's out on bail with a double homicide charge. And Grandma Estelle, she needs to complete her rehab. But between Tate and Tariq, let's not forget what was said in episode 3. Tate made Tariq promise that he'll owe Rashad Tate a favor, which is delivering on the album, which has debt on Rick Sweeney. But Rashad Tate did say he owes him plus interest. And now we're getting to the business end of the season. We're about to find out what else Rashad Tate wants from Tariq. And you can really see how this is setting up Rashad Tate's spin-off Influence. And there was also a new professor that was casted for season 3. And after watching episode 6, it really could be to take Rashad Tate's place when he goes back into politics. But another thing we need to keep in mind is him helping Tariq is going to cause a conflict with his own brother Kamal. Because although Rashad Tate needs him free for his own benefit, Kamal will want to keep him behind bars for his own career. So this conflict of interest is definitely one to watch. But let's move on and talk about the Tejadas, because Lorenzo is getting ready to take over Queens. He's come back and taken back the reins from Monet, and he's had a real influence on Drew already. He knows who he is, but that still doesn't change his mind about what his position should be. So we are really going to see what Drew is capable of in episode 7, with him tailing Kino and helping his pops reclaim the streets. Him standing here in episode 6, the same spot where he was shot. You could tell this was the moment that changed him, and we're going to see a real turn in Drew's character now that Lorenzo's home. And who knows if Drew, Lorenzo, or Kane are involved in this, but you can sense there is definitely going to be a few bodies dropping next week.
Is that
Things are gonna
Diana?
start to get real. The action will pick.
Bro, that's not a man. I don't think that's a man, bro. That definitely looked like a girl catching a body, bro. I don't know. I think that might that might be difficult. That might be Effie or Diana for real.
Because episode 6 really did set the foundation for the rest of the season, and with Lorenzo trying to take over
That's a
someone's
girl,
crew,
bro. I
it's not
really
gonna
don't
happen
think that's a
quietly.
dude.
So who these guys are,
At
we're
least
just
from
gonna
this
have to wait and
perspective,
see.
it looked like
But
a
they seem
girl.
like they're not messing around. Now there is also a shot of Kane in a tunnel, and we can't actually see who's approaching him, but Kane tells Drew that everything that he did was to protect him. But what did Kane do now? He's always making moves first, but thinking about the consequences later. So could it have been something to do with Ev? Because we all know Lorenzo knows about Drew and Ev, because that's Drew's weakness. But what if you take his weakness away? What are you left with? You're going to be left with someone who has no humanity left in him, and this is what will make Drew into a cold savage, and I think Lorenzo knows this. But having said that, I don't think they're going to kill Ev just yet, because having another body dropping on campus at Stansfield is the
They're
last
not
thing
gonna
they
kill
need.
Ev.
Now, we also hear Monet telling Mecca that he's going to ruin everything.
I think they're gonna
that
give
they've
him like
worked
one
so
of them
hard for,
strong ass
and that's
threats.
Mecca's
Like,
plan.
don't come
He
back,
wants to
nigga.
ruin everything. Monet just can't see it. But what's Mecca's chess moves now? He wants to meet Lorenzo. And do I think it's going to happen in episode 7? I don't think so. I think they're going to make us wait just an episode or two more. But that's episode 7's trailer breakdown. So drop all your thoughts down below in the comment section. Do you think Tariq will prove his innocence? Will Lauren help him? And what's he going to do about Kane? Because he said he needs to get rid of him, but he really needs to be smart about the way he does it. So I think he's going to have Diana help him. But drop all your thoughts down below on Tariq, Drew, Kane, Lorenzo, and Monet and Mecca. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Powerbook 2 Ghost and Power Universe related. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Yes, sir. Hey, man. I don't know. Everybody got to play chess instead of checkers now. And whoever the first one to play checkers, guarantee your body finna drop, bro. So, hey, we just gotta wait for Sunday, man. So Sunday, tune in with the Ghost. You know, season 2, episode 7. You know I'm finna tune in. So, hey, but like I said, we live by the foe, stay by the foe. Loyalty, respect, hustle, motivation. I will catch y'all in a few, man. I'm out of here.